Today, I want to talk about when the enemy tries to talk us into surrender. I'm going to read you from Isaiah chapter 36, verses 4, 5, and 6, where we read this. Then the Rabshakeh said to them, "Say now to Hezekiah, thus says the great king, the king of Assyria, what confidence is this in which you trust? I say, you speak of having plans and power for war, yet they are mere words. Now in whom do you trust that you rebel against me? Look, you're trusting in the staff of this broken reed, Egypt, on which if a man leans, it will go into his hand and pierce it. So is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all who trust in him." Isaiah chapter 36 begins a 4-chapter section that's different than the prophecies recorded before or after those 4 chapters in Isaiah beginning of chapter 36. Isaiah 36 and 37 describe the Lord's work against the Assyrian threat. The Assyrian army swept down from the north, conquering Syria and Israel, as Isaiah promised in Isaiah chapter 8 and many other passages. The Assyrian army then came up against the fortified cities of Judah and took them, as Isaiah prophesied in Isaiah chapter 7 and many other passages. All of this happened around the year 700 BC during the reign of the godly king Hezekiah of Judah. We could say that this is history at its best when we see the ugly arrogance of Israel's enemies and the rising despair in the hearts of the people and leaders of Judah. We are introduced to a man titled the Rabshakeh, and this was not actually a name, but a title. It described the field commander for the Assyrian army, who represented the Assyrian king. He challenged the servants of King Hezekiah, saying, "What is this confidence in which you trust?" In this, he touched on one of the great struggles inside of Hezekiah during this time: the temptation to make a defensive alliance with Egypt, which seemed to be the only nation strong enough to protect Judah against the mighty Assyrians. As a prophet, Isaiah did everything he could to discourage Hezekiah and the leaders of Judah from putting their trust in Egypt. The Lord wanted Judah to trust in him instead of in Egypt. In this sense, the Rabshakeh actually spoke the truth. God wanted Judah to have no confidence in Egypt at all. But the Rabshakeh didn't do it to bring Judah to a firm trust in the Lord God, who could then deliver them from the Assyrians. He did it to completely demoralize Judah and hope to drive them to despair. It's interesting to notice that the devil often seems to attack God's people after the same strategy. Often, even when he tells the truth, such as saying, "You're such a rotten sinner," he never does it to lead us to a firm trust in the Lord God. He doesn't tell us we're sinners to lead us to conclude, well, since Jesus died for sinners, if I am a rotten sinner, then Jesus died to forgive and free me. Instead, Satan's strategy, even if he tells us the truth, is always to demoralize us and to drive us to despair. Behind it all, we see the Rabshakeh's whole strategy, which was to make Judah give up. This is the entire reason the Rabshakeh was at the aqueduct speaking to these leaders of Hezekiah's government. He had the vastly superior armies. He could have just attacked Jerusalem without this little speech. But Rabshakeh would prefer it if Judah would simply give up out of fear, out of discouragement, or out of despair. Friends, the enemy of our soul, Satan, the devil, he uses the exact same approach against us. Many of us picture Satan as if he was sort of itching for a fight with us. Really, Satan doesn't want you to do battle with him at all. First of all, there's the strong chance that you will win as you battle in the name of the Lord. Second of all, win or lose, the battle can draw you closer to the Lord. Third, what the Lord does in your life through the battle can be a great blessing to other people. No. Satan would much rather not fight you at all. He would much rather try to talk you into giving up. Well, here's what you need to do today. Don't listen to him. Don't give up. You preserve strong and never listen to Satan's lies telling you to give up.